Hi, this is the Professional Amateur coming to you with another review. This week, Leo sent me African Kung Fu Nazis. And this 2019 film was directed by Samuel Kanza and Sebastian Stein, who actually also wrote it and has a small part in it as well. And it also stars Elijah Okiri and Clement Levy, among others, of course. The story of this movie is that Hitler didn't actually die in World War II. He escaped to Ghana with a few of the other Axis power leaders. And so he's there, he's making this cult where he's like brainwashing people with his magic flag. And he is kind of terrorizing the town, getting extortion money, that type of stuff. And then he also holds a fighting competition because he wants the best fighters to brainwash. And it's all about this one guy named Addae, and he doesn't like Hitler. Hitler kind of ruined his kung fu school and that type of stuff. So he wants to, join up the competition and get revenge on Hitler. Will he, though? Well, you have to watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. Well, this movie is from Ghana, and I had never actually seen a movie from Ghana before. I had known there was like a kind of a budding movie industry there, where they're just kind of like doing it like guerrilla style and learning the ropes as they go. I think I saw like a Vice piece on it or something. And then another little thing where they're like donating computers to these guys to, hopefully do better. And I gotta say, they did a good job. I definitely really liked everything in this movie. What I liked in particular, I don't know, it's just a combination of all these different things. One is they have a little bit of CGI, and I did enjoy that. It's very surprising every time you see it. It's like someone's punching and their like fist lights up or something. It's really cool, really kind of subtle, but very noticeable as, they're trying their best and they're not, the biggest professionals or whatever. And I absolutely love that. I'll clip some in here for you. So that's just one thing I enjoyed, but there's definitely lots to talk about with this movie. In addition, this is an English language movie. The screener that I was sent did have subtitles, but I didn't need it for, I would say 95% of the time. There was a few characters where it was kind of harder to tell what they were saying, but for the most part, it's perfectly fine. And I think that's also English language because the writer-director is a white guy as well. He also cast himself as Hitler, which that's just kind of a ballsy move. I don't think I would have cast myself as that character in this movie, but I think that goes into kind of the whole, I don't want to say parody, but the joking aspect of this movie. It's definitely written as a joke with Hitler in it, so as long as you can, laugh at a joke, you should enjoy this movie. And this is one of those movies that definitely plays into kind of the corniness factor of it. They know what they're doing, right? They know to go over the top on everything. And I really did enjoy that with the fighting. The fighting is really good. It's over-the-top fighting, of course. People's fists lights up and whatnot. But all of it's really well done. With the, again, kung fu or karate sometimes. They speed it up, slow it down, which is, it's what it is, right? They are doing that in post. But all of it just works together just to make a great, fun movie. I actually don't think I stopped smiling throughout the whole thing. So I was just there just enjoying it all. And yeah, all of that just goes together. So if you are into B movies, this one I thought was very reminiscent of kind of like, what's it called? Miami Connection, where it's just everything's over the top, everything's ridiculous. And of course they take it to the next level, right, with the Nazis. So yeah, it's really kind of strange movie, but I think it could be a cult movie without a doubt. Also, the characters are wonderful in this one. The main character, Addae, he goes on like this journey throughout the story, kind of like a hero's journey where he kind of leaves home, does some training, learns the drunken master style, goes to someone else, learns the three-fingered style, goes to someone else, learns a different style. And then with this movie, he comes back and he joins this tournament that, Hitler's having to find the best fighters, and all the different styles that they also have for the other characters are kind of really well incorporated. So there's a lot that goes into this one that makes it a very entertaining watch as well, where you really do have this journey with the characters. And so there's just so much stuff that goes into this one that, again, I can't recommend this enough if you're into like cult films or B movies or anything like that. This is kind of a must watch, I think. In addition, all the shooting's really good as well. Very clear, very well choreographed as well. And the music's good too. I enjoyed the music. They even have like one main theme song, And they play it like several times, so you kind of get used to it and you can kind of sing along with it. It goes like African Kung Fu, Kung Fu. I'll clip it in here for you.
Kung Fu, Kung Fu. What an honor. Africa Kung Fu. You are the chosen one. Kung Fu.
And all of that's just very charming. Of course, it's cheesy, but very charming. This movie also has like a sponsor, very randomly, I guess. It's for, I guess, this Ghan-Aryans alcohol, Adonko Bitters, I think it's called. I've never actually had it. It's mostly like product placement in there where, you know, if they're drinking alcohol, they'll drink Adonko alcohol. They even have like posters in the back of, you know, the fighting tournaments and that type of stuff. And so it's just very strange. Like you're watching just like, why would anyone like want to sponsor a movie with Hitler in it? I couldn't tell you, right? And I gotta say, the product placement worked on me. I actually went and tried to find this in my local, you know, liquor store, but they didn't have it. But again, I still tried, so it definitely worked. But at the same time, it's just like, what are you thinking doing a sponsor for this movie? So yeah, it's just something to watch out for, something that's oddly strange about this movie, but at the same time, very wonderfully charming too. So yeah, it's an odd one, but it's something to see for sure. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this film. Well, what can I tell you? This one is just so crazy, so corny, so cheesy that it definitely has an audience out there without a doubt. But if you can't like laugh at a joke, you're not going to like this one. You're not going to get what this is all about. So stay away from it. Other than that, I did think the music was repetitive, as I mentioned before, but again, if you're not into that corny soundtrack, you're going to get annoyed with it. For me, I was just engaged with it. I was like, oh, this song again. Oh, this song again. And by the end, you know, I was singing along with it and stuff. So I was getting like really into it, but I think that's, you know, my viewing experience. It's definitely for those people who love to engage with the screen that way. What else? I think, you know, it is a low budget movie, so not everything is technical, you know, with the CGI kind of very corny, but again, charming. With this one, they also have like a character with like 3 fingers, and they're clearly just like taped down 2 of his fingers on his hand. And I was just like, sure, I'll believe it. Why not? I'll go with it. Don't say anything about the fingers, and just go with it. So there's definitely, if you can't stand anything that's not, you know, polished or anything like that, this is definitely an unpolished gem in the rough that is something to see. I gotta say, it is certainly something to see, and I think something to enjoy as well. So, who would I recommend this movie for? Well, of course, if you like bad movies and you love to laugh at them and with them as well, this is one for you. Probably even better in a group. I think that would be wonderful to watch it in a group that loves bad movies. And especially if you like movies, you know, like Miami Connection and things like that, where it's just so over the top that you can't help but love it. So if that sounds like you, then check this one out. As for a rating, well, of course, I'm going to give it the good bad score of 4.5. But with this one, I will give it a shadow rating as well with, you know, the good bad scale. I thought it was really good. I thought it was like a 7 or an 8 even. I don't know what it is about this movie. I got charmed by it. I got hooked by it. So yeah, check it out if you want. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.